He's having chef. Okay.
You need to have a slate that says.
We were live the whole time. Oh wait, are we on center? Look at that phone. Is that good enough? Okay.
You know what time it is?
Boom shakalaka! Oh wait, this is a fun show.
Yes, hey.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say my boom 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 boom.
Ow, 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 ow.
All right. Why, might as well, right? We know there's a pandemic out there, but we're here anyway. Boom shakalaka anyway.
Yes, on a Friday, and it's great to be here. Welcome.
Right.
Welcome to Ms. Rocki and Chaveevah Live. There is always something good happening on the North End.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley, and you know this. And we're
Yes.
here to tell you about it from a North End perspective.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we want to talk to you guys about what we got going on today. We got a great guest, Chaveevah.
Yes, we do. We have Cathy Ketton from Splash of Color Breast Cancer Support Group, and she's going to be talking to us about the group, and she's also going to talk about an upcoming event.
Right. Yes. Upcoming like tomorrow.
Yes.
Pretty upcoming.
Yes.
Yeah, and we want to announce right at the top of the show so you have a chance to answer this question during the show. Mm-hmm. It's a really interesting tidbit of North End trivia.
That's right.
Waterloo history. And so this is called our Margot's Waterloo Proud History Moment. And every week we're going to ask a new question. And this week the question is for you guys who are watching and want to win this wonderful coffee cup, which is made by Precious Mohammed, by the way. Yes, and Chaveevah is the lovely model. And that's what you can win with our logo on it. So answer this question. And if you don't do it during the show, you can do it later on in our comment section because we'll have it on the wall.
Yes.
So what is the question, Chaveevah?
The question is, what native Waterlooan served in World War II as a fighter pilot with the Tuskegee Airmen, returned to Iowa after the war, attended University of Iowa, and then became a physician?
Wow, that is some kind of guy.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Tuskegee Airmen right here in Waterloo, Iowa. That's awesome.
Right, and of course, Margot is always up on that kind of thing. She's kind of like my big sister, and her family and my family came to Waterloo way back in the early 1900s. So thank you so much, Margot, for that contribution to our weekly show. We're anxious for you to learn more about people right here in our hometown that have done remarkable things.
Yeah.
So answer that question. He was a Tuskegee Airman, World War II fighter pilot, and he attended the University of Iowa and became a doctor. Mm-hmm. And then there's another hint, too. He also, after he finished his residency, I'm not sure where Margot might chime in, but he ended up being a doctor in McGregor, Iowa, in an all-white community.
Wow.
So if you know the answer to that question, you can be the happy winner. All right, we're going to be talking about women's issues today, Chaveevah, breast cancer. Also, you know, we were at the House of Hope yesterday, and we just want to highlight that wonderful program, Chaveevah.
Right. There was a Pasta for Progress. That was a fundraiser that was doing lasagna lunches to benefit the House of Hope. And some of the young ladies who have gone through the House of Hope program were there to share their stories and how being associated with House of Hope has helped them. So it was really pretty uplifting and just beautiful and lovely to get to talk to them. They're so motivated.
Yes, they were. They have a lot to be motivated about because what they do in these women's lives and what they have done. If you didn't see the video yesterday, go and check it out because some of these stories are so remarkable and they all touch your heart when you think about how hard these women had to work and overcome so many obstacles. And I was just looking at the brochure, the Pillars program. See, these are things that people may not know. The young woman we talked to, she actually, and there's video from that yesterday.
Yes.
She just aged out of foster care, because when you're 18 and you've been in foster care,
Right.
what do if you're not quite
Right.
grown
And that's
you
something
don't
I'm
have
sure
the tools?
that most of us don't really think about, but there is a real need to be filled as far as young people who find themselves in that position.
Right. So she had a wonderful story. And then Boost is an 8-week career employment program. Outreach is another program which provides women on the House of Hope wait list with case management services. So even while they're waiting, they're tending to these women. And then, of course, they have the Family Support and Wellness. And the Family Support and Wellness program provides trauma-informed crisis intervention and programming skills and parent education. So, these are helping these women get the tools they need to be effective and, viable citizens and parents.
Yep. So that is a great service to the community.
Yes.
And it was just a lot of fun highlighting that.
Yes,
It's been a
is.
really busy week just in general.
It has been. Why? What did we do? We did something.
Ooh, a little bit of everything.
Oh, I know you've been busy. You've been
Yeah.
Did you finish your piano?
Yes, I finally finished the piano at the Waterloo Center for the Arts. So that's an exhibit that's probably going to be opening pretty soon.
And then you have another exhibit at the Ragged Edge in Cedar Falls.
Yes, there is a new place called the Ragged Edge Art Bar and Gallery at 504 Bluff Street in Cedar Falls. And so, yes, I do have an art exhibit there.
Right, and also, I know one other thing you're doing. You're helping to figure out about that Griffin, the police department. You're on that committee.
The Waterloo Police Rebranding Committee that was assigned to deal with that Griffin emblem.
Yes.
So, yeah, they met
Yes.
for the first time this week, and I'm on that committee, so.
Right, and thank you, by the way, for doing that, because I wouldn't want to be on that committee.
Oh,
Not that they asked me, because it's, but I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want the job or any of the council people's job. That's a tough one, because nobody's going to be happy. Like a lot of things going on today, It's
Well, that's
just-
the story of compromise. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know that the politics, we don't get into politics too often. But we were approached, and we did want to talk to Tony Thompson, which we did last Friday. For those of you who got to see that tape, he wanted to kind of talk about how he misrepresented himself in a video that was going viral on YouTube. And
Yes.
here's a little bit of our video she showed. But yeah, so we did that, and then we were also thinking about talking to his opponent, Dan Trelka. But we decided a long time ago that we're not going to get political, because then we'd have to it's opening a can of worms, basically, and that's not what our show is about. So for those of you who think we should be more political, we're not. We're not going to do it. But Dan Trelka is being interviewed by Nia Shindig. Now,
Yes.
she's one of the young movers and shakers that you need to keep an eye on. She's already interviewed Chief Fitzgerald
Yes.
and also Tony Thompson about the video.
Yes.
And now she's going to be taking questions from the community for
Yes,
Dan
upcoming
Trelka.
interview with Dan Trelka. So be sure to keep a watch on her page on Facebook to see when that event might be coming up. So I expect it's
Yes.
going to be pretty soon.
Oh, and it's going to be good. I can't wait to hear what the
Yes.
community has to say, and
Yeah.
also his answers to those questions.
Okay, and you need to tell us about Ropes in the Kitchen and how it is available
Oh.
like everywhere
Oh,
right about now.
Thank you, Chaveevah. Actually, you'll be able to win a copy of Ropes in the Kitchen here on the show. And for those of you that don't know, Ropes in the Kitchen is a book that I wrote, co-authored with my dad. My heart is in there. It's kind of like an autobiography. So we'll be giving those away as gifts for our trivia question. And they'll also be in the Soul Book Nook soon, the new bookstore. They'll also be at Grout Museum, the Waterloo Center for the Arts, and everywhere else, and the Christian bookstore, anywhere, and Barnes & Noble, anywhere you
All
can
around in
find
this area, yes, indeed.
good reading material for autumn. So get yourself a copy. Thank you, Chaveevah. Want to remind everyone we're being safe.
Yes, we are.
Yes. just like you should be. Make sure you are masking up when you cannot social distance. Yes, and if you want a boom shakalaka mask, somebody asked because we had them on yesterday.
That's right.
Precious Mohammed is making those, and we'll have to stock up on those and actually sell them on our page with other merchandise. So, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
And you know, Rock, we started our Friday runway.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, as a fun way to showcase those outfits that you didn't get a chance to wear.
Right.
Because everything's closed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then India took off on a whole nother direction, which we really like.
Yes, we appreciate that. Yes, she invited local designers to come and showcase their fashions. So if you are a local designer or a talented individual that does your own thing, you know, designing stuff, jewelry, whatever.
Shoes.
Shoes.
Right. Sweaters, maybe you knit. You got a hat or two to show off. Just let us know.
Yep.
Call our inbox, India.
Yes.
India Johnson. And last week we had Joyce Ann Wilder's
Yes, we did.
stuff. She had a lot of beautiful outfits. So you can find our Friday runway. Just scroll our page, and when you're bored, you'll find lots of stuff.
And this week, our guest is Dante Watson.
Tonight.
And so, yes.
Tonight at 6:30. Watch us because he's going to show off some of his fashion skills.
Yes.
All right. And now, I think you've probably all been waiting to see Miss Cathy Ketton, and we're going to ask her to join us right now. And you know, like we said, we're being safe and socially distant, and she's wearing her mask because in City Hall, you should all know that we do need to mask up. So, but while we're on set, we're safe distance, so you can feel free to take your mask off, young lady. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. And she's going to apply her little microphone. And we always happy to see you, Cathy.
Oh, it's always nice to be here with you too.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we understand that you're kind of ready to get your jog on tomorrow. You guys did that last year. It started at Sullivan, didn't you?
Yes, we do it every year.
All right.
It's our annual fundraising event, and some years it's our only fundraising event. So yes, that's tomorrow. It's our 9th annual walk run. However, this year it's going to have to be virtual because of COVID.
I know, everything's changed, and we're going to talk to you a lot about that event and more, but you know, we have a segment that we call Give It Air.
Okay.
And these days, with all the racial tensions and things that are going on, we always find it helpful, hopefully helpful. We've heard a lot of people saying we do a good job, and thank you for those that say that. But today we're talking about the identity, racial identity. And you remember how Black people's racial identity has evolved. Started out colored, then Negro, then Black,
then African American.
So we're going to just kind of roll around the reasons those changes were made. What do you have any idea you want to talk about that a little bit, or?
Yes, I'm still kind of thinking about that, and I'll explain that in a little bit. I go by Black American. And I don't think it's, you know, a snub to my heritage or my ancestors or anything like that. But I'm listening. I'm listening to what other people are saying and why they believe we should be African Americans. But as of today, right now, I go by Black American.
And you know, when you say Black Americans, that makes it worldwide, because we're talking about all Black people.
Yes.
So, and you know, your identity is your identity.
That's right.
Hello.
Right. Yeah.
All right. And Chaveevah, we talked about why the Europeans named or called Black people colored.
Yeah.
That's something, go ahead.
Sort of part of in my opinion anyway, and I think history probably bear it out, sort of a hierarchy sort of thing where you're assigning names to people and things, and so just whatever, colored, Negro, that's not identifiers that we gave to ourselves. And I think that when people began to identify themselves as Black, it was a choice. It was a self-determining sort of thing. You know?
Right. Or
Or
African
African American. And I know for some people that's a mouthful, and for people who have done any kind of higher education study, like you say African American, and you also identify white people as European American. That's a mouthful.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful, right?
Yeah, it is. But we also understand that there's no such place as Negroria,
Right, right.
right, or Coloredtopia, you know. So I understand why African American would give a person a sense of identity as far as your origin. So we just kind of like to give that a little air today, because there's a lot of people. Somebody asked, when was it not okay to say colored? And you know, even still, if you're 95 years old, you can say colored to me. I'm okay with that.
Even
you
back
know?
in the day when it was okay, supposedly, to use it, my aunt was always one of these firebrand sort of people. And she
didn't
worked
like
she worked in a restaurant, and a man came in and he wanted a shake. And he said, she asked what kind. He said, give me a colored one. So she made him a pistachio shake, which was green. So, you know.
Oh, he
And
wanted
she told him,
chocolate?
you didn't say what color.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Here's-
there's all kinds of little anecdotes.
Here's to you, Sugar Bear, wherever you may
Oh,
be.
Sugar Bear, bless her heart. I hear a lot of stories about her. All right, well, we had to give that air today, Chaveevah. Because
Yes.
exposure is the best
It's the best
disinfectant.
disinfectant, for
All
sure.
right. Newsflash, birthday people, we're going to sing to you. And Kathy, she looks like a singer, Chaveevah. I bet you
I
can really
watch you
sing.
say that to everyone.
I know, but no,
See?
really, I'm looking at you, and I could tell you are you a
I am
singer?
a congregational singer.
Oh, that's
only.
all?
That's it.
Ooh, girl, look like you could really get up to a microphone.
You need us too. You
Okay.
need us.
Yeah,
That's right.
okay.
Thank you.
We'll
That's right.
do, I guess. Yes. Okay, and we wanted to talk about, did you watch our show last week with Billy Bailey at the Grout Museum?
I watched some of that show. I
Did
don't
you see
think-
Chaveevah with the snake?
I think that's when I left. When he was sitting on the
There's a
couch.
picture. Chaveevah
Yeah,
had
oh,
a
okay, there's me
snake.
with the snake around my
neck. You don't see me holding it. I backed up. I said, okay, photo op, but I'll be back here.
Said,
Fun.
forget about Medusa, huh?
Fun time, yeah. And have you voted yet, Kathy?
No, I have not.
Okay,
I'm
me
going
either.
to do that.
I'm going to.
We just want to remind folks that early voting has begun. It started October 6th. There are some satellite locations in and around Waterloo and Cedar Falls, and if you want to find out exactly where they are, check with the county auditor's website. And if you feel better about hand delivering your absentee ballot, you can take it to the county auditor's office, and there's a drop box too right outside the courthouse. That's what I did early this week.
So many people. Yeah, so many people have been putting that comment. I did it today, or I did it yesterday. So that's good. And Chaveevah, do we have any comments?
Let me have
Chaveevah's always ready with the comments. And what did you think about that vice presidential candidate debate last night?
Well, it was interesting. It was better than last week's.
Oh, my
event,
word.
So, for sure. So, I'm a Kamala Harris Biden fan, obviously. Well, not
in that
obviously,
order.
But, no, not in
Biden
that order. Not
Harris.
in that order. I wish, but not in that order.
Right, but
So,
yeah.
it was interesting, to say the least.
Yes.
Yep, to say the least. And not only just according to things that we've read, just watching it, you look at the different tightropes that this woman basically had to walk over the course of that interview. I mean, that debate, because she was disturbed. She was cut into her time any number of times.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, in a
yes.
rude way. And when she tried to redirect and say, hey, I'm the one speaking, then of course you have to worry about coming across as, oh, you're being
Being
too
aggressive.
assertive.
Angry, or don't want to be too
Yeah.
ladylike,
Right.
or can't show
Right.
much anger. But you know what? The thing about it, neither one of them answered any questions
Questions
they was
directly.
asked. I'm like, that wasn't
No.
even the question.
Right.
but they both did. They did a great job, and I'm not even going to mention the fly,
Okay.
The notorious
the
fly.
notorious fly. Comments, Chaveevah.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know if you had 'em or-
basically, Joyce Ann Wilder
Oh, hey, Joyce.
is saying hi to us, and she says she will talk to you later.
Oh,
Okay,
what'd you do? You done mess with Joyce.
She wants her shirt. She wants her
she
She
shirt.
said
a
something
shirt.
about a shirt. That's what she said too earlier. I want my shirt.
Okay.
Okay, yes, but for the folks that are watching, thanks so much as usual, and we're just gonna press on.
Yes, we want to make sure that they know how to watch us on YouTube. Go to North End Update on YouTube. Just type in North End Update, hashtag North End Update, or Rockin' Chaveevah.
Yes.
Yes. Also on Saturday mornings at 10 on MediaCom, channel 79.4. All right. And now, we already know that you know the Soul Town is off the chain this month. So we're going to talk about the
Soul Town. Oh boy,
What
we
do you think
love
about
to-
that?
Yes, we love to talk about the Soul Town, and this month's edition is dedicated to Chad Boseman, the Black Panther. A very, very prolific and talented actor. This young man got some classic movies under his belt, and when you think about what was going on behind the scenes, where his diagnosis of cancer was something like 6 years ago, so he did I don't know how many movies within that time, and unless you were in his inner circle, you had no idea.
No idea. Mm-mm.
No idea. And he was undergoing treatment and all of that. And I love the Dear Abby, Dear Gabby, and the Big Q section this month. It's always good. And Chaveevah, turn to the our page, because we're in color this month.
Are we?
Yeah, she
Wow.
put us
See?
in color. Usually we got a
That's
black and
awesome.
white picture in there. I think it's on the second page. I mean,
It's
I'm thinking
okay.
we
You
kinda
think
got
it's on the
moved
second
on.
page? Okay.
I think we got moved up.
Okay,
But yeah,
that's
so get
cool.
your copy of The Soul Town and press play, and you can watch Boom Shakalaka anytime.
I'm not finding it, but I guess
Yes,
at some point
there
I'll
it
have
is.
to.
It's in color.
There we
Agnes
are.
found
Hey.
it. Oh, bless you. Yeah, she got a color picture of us.
Just press play.
That's
so you
right.
get two great things in one. You get all these wonderful articles and features and stuff in the Soul Town, and you get to press play, and there we are.
There we are with Cathy Ketton talking about the big run tomorrow.
Yes.
So get your copy at thesoultown.com today. Now, Cathy,
Yes, ma'am.
tell us all about the big virtual run. How are you going to run virtually?
That's what
I
I
think I'm
wanted
doing
to
it-
know.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm doing it right now.
Well, we are not going to run virtually.
Okay.
We put a charge out early September, and we asked everyone that our followers to walk anytime, anywhere, at your own pace between that September date until tomorrow, and report back to us that you finished the 3K, which is only 1.86 miles. And we would love for you to share pictures so we can put it on our Facebook page or testimonials, whatever you want to do and you want to share with the community, we would do that for you if you sent pictures or videos.
All right.
That's
Great.
awesome. In this age of COVID, we have had to come up with a lot of creative ways of still doing the things that we want and need to do. So that's awesome. But my mind was just clicking. How do you?
Run virtually, right.
We're not going to run virtually. We are going to have a program, though.
Okay.
We're going to have a program, and we just decided we're going to have it at Sullivan Park.
Oh.
So it's going to be myself along with Gloria Galloway.
Oh, I love
She
Gloria.
is a board member of the Splash of Color, and she helps every year. So her and I are going to be at Sullivan, and we're going to start at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And we will have, for our listening audience, we'll have a survivor story.
Oh, nice.
We're going to talk about how we got started, why we do what we do. And then we're going to have entertainment by the true talent dance
Dance troupe.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness!
Yes.
Now who are they? Is that the one Brooke and Juliet are involved in? True Talent. Oh, they're the
no.
ones in the KBBG parade all the time,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sure. Under the direction of Tasha Williams.
Yes.
Oh, how
Yes.
about that? Well, good. That'll be nice, and that's tomorrow.
That's
at
tomorrow at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
At
All
Sullivan
right.
Park. And they will be there. They will be on deck, and we will practice our social distancing,
Of
and we'll have them live on FaceTime, and they're going to do a tribute to the survivors, and we're going to think about the ones that are gone on that have passed from breast cancer metastasis.
Oh yes, and there's so many.
Yes.
Now talk about self-exam, and we also want you to touch base on men that have to be self-aware as well with breast cancer, because it's not just for women.
No, it's not just for women. I put something on our Facebook page every month about your breast exams. I think everyone should do it. It's not a cure for cancer. It's
No.
not a preventative measure, research says, but it's something that you should do.
You
And
should know.
Yeah, you should know, because it makes you familiar with your breasts. And if there's something different, then you should probably make an appointment with your doctor.
Not asking for any specific numbers or whatever, just sort of a ballpark figure, but how many instances that a woman actually or a person actually detects a lump or something because of self-examination as opposed to
A mammogram.
Well, I can tell you from my family's background, my mom found her lump.
Is that right?
My daughters, Shay and Nisha, found their lump. And so for us, I mean, it worked every time.
Sure.
But however, it's going to be different for different people. And so,
Right.
and even, I have a son, Shanquez, and he's a big guy. He's
Yeah.
6'4", 6'5".
Right, I forgot about Sean
Yes,
Such
and
a great
so
guy.
we tell him, you have to make sure that you are
Sure.
checking.
Yes.
You are checking, and just because you have a family history doesn't mean that he'll get it.
No.
Sure.
So, but he needs to be aware.
But it's more likely. And like every family has something, is what I always say. In
That's
my
true.
family, we have colon cancer. So I'm always telling my kids to get checked before the onset of when I had colon cancer when I was only 32 years old.
Oh, okay.
So, every family has something, and men need to be aware that breast cancer can affect you and your life just as much as it can a woman.
It
So
absolutely can.
and
Women
it's gotta
get it
start somewhere.
1 in 8, and then for men it's 1 out of 100.
Okay.
So every
sure.
1 out of 100. So less likely, but still there's that chance.
Right.
So,
exactly. So examine yourself, know yourself.
know yourself, know
That's
your
right.
breasts.
And know your breasts.
Yes.
That's right. Well, thank you, Cathy. And make sure you take lots of pictures and make sure you tag us so
Yes.
we can share the good news. And heck, who knows? I don't think I'll be up at 10 o'clock, though. I think I got grandchildren. I like to come through, but we can't promise. But just share some pictures. We'd love to help promote what you're doing.
I will share pictures, and I want to say that the community can still support.
Okay.
We still have T-shirts for purchase.
Oh,
Okay.
$20 for adults and $10 for youth.
all right.
And like I said, it's our only fundraiser, and we need the help of the community.
Of course.
And not only that, I want to say everybody can help change breast cancer.
Okay.
If you have a voice, if you are an advocate, if you are a patient, if you're in research, whatever you're in, all you have to do is use your voice to impact change.
That's right.
So,
We love it. And thank you for using your voice for years now. How
Thank
many
you.
years have you had Splash of Color?
this is our 10th year.
Wow.
But it's our 9th walk. So,
Awesome.
yes.
Amazing. Thank you for all you do, Cathy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies. Thank
Any
you.
comments? Because we were looking for that answer.
Okay, I think people probably forgot about that. I mostly see where people are looking.
Oh, they're not answering the question. Seriously, you guys, you got to know who this
Joyce
wonderful
says
man
she wants
was.
her bagel too.
Joyce, what about the answer to the question?
Okay.
We're supposed to be talking about the Tuskegee Airmen.
Maybe we need to throw the
Seriously.
question out there one
One
last
more time, and then we're going to
Okay.
sing happy birthday because we are
Yes, we are. We're
closing
running
out.
into that. That's right.
okay.
Okay. But once again, the question is, what native Waterlooan served in World War II as a fighter pilot with the Tuskegee Airmen, returned to Iowa after the war, attended University of Iowa, and then later became a doctor?
A doctor, y'all, right here in River City, Waterloo. So make sure you find out the answer to that question. We got Google. It's not hard. And you get to be the winner of
Da, 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 da.
this beautiful cup. So we're waiting for your answer right now. Next week, we got a T-shirt to give away.
Oh, cool.
All right, so you birthday people, we know you've been waiting for a long time. Cathy says we say it to everybody. We say we don't. We know you can sing. We know you can sing, so we want to hear you real loud and clear.
I'll sing.
Okay, you want to start
right.
that first row? All these people that are, you got
Sure.
notes.
Well, first of all, Cathy Ketton is not on here, so let's start with her.
Your birthday?
You ought to remember. You did my party last year.
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
Shameful,
I
shameful.
thought you had her husband
When was your?
on
I
here.
do. I got Ronald down here.
Oh my goodness.
I'll
So-
start.
Mea
Cathy
culpa.
Ketton.
Oh,
All
right.
right.
David Marvitz, I believe. Yolanda
Wow.
Williams.
Okay.
Blair Jones.
Yay.
Chanel Berry.
Hey, Nellie.
Dondi Hickey.
Hey, baby. That's my little brother.
Ronald
baby.
Keaton.
All right. That's your husband.
That's my husband.
All right. And Mickey Porter, Purvis Williams, the guy with all the action. He does everything.
I know.
Yes. Les Wild. All right. On the wild side. Peggy Pasone and Latasha Frost Chiari.
All right. And finally, we also have Steve Carignan. Happy birthday. Keith Bruton, my cousin. Hey,
All
hey,
right.
cuz. Happy birthday. Barbea Williams. Yeshi, a baby.
baby, yes.
And Henry Kennedy. Happy
Right.
birthday, everyone.
Birthday.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, all of you, and especially my cousin Yeshi.
Especially my husband Ronald.
And
Yes.
especially,
And especially
our guest.
you, yes.
Kathy
Hey.
Ketton.
Thank you.
We didn't forget you, really. We just wanted you to say your own name because it makes it more special.
Okay.
All right. And we're going to get to the point where we actually sing the verse and we found the words, and we're going to
yes.
be sharing them with you another time. But we're going to practice.
Yes, we got to
Right?
practice first because, you know, otherwise we just going to sing loud and soldier on through it.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
And we like to sing the Stevie Wonder chorus,
There you
not
go.
the verses. And it goes something like this.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yay.
All right. All right. That's a birthday song for you. And we're going to get those verses down and make it even better next week.
Mm-hmm.
And we're even going to have like a bouncy ball along the bottom of the screen. Right, Agnes?
With the words.
When she's not sneezing. I forgot to say bless you, Agnes, back there. But yeah, we're going to be singing the verses, and it's going to be so much fun. All right.
I'll be watching.
I know you will. And you wore pink for us today. She wore a splash of color.
Yes,
I
and it's
did.
You
beautiful.
did.
Yes.
Splash of color.
Beautiful.
And the pink shoes just coordinating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Exactly. You're so welcome. And don't forget, tonight at 6:30, we're live with Dante Watson and his fashions.
Yes.
And until then, we want to encourage you
Yes, yes, to
To keep-
keep doing what makes you awesome.
because, what, Kathy?
It makes us all look good.
Yeah.
Yes,
It makes us all
it makes us all
look
look
good.
good.
With the
Thank
question.
you.
All right.
With the question.
Sorry.
See you next
See you
time.
next time.
Thank you.